we're gonna move along here. And, well, this is an interesting video. I saw this, I saw this channel called, Evil Dia. He's like a language channel or whatever, because I'm into languages and stuff. I think language, learning about and learning other languages, you know, is cool. I like learning things about, you know, where language comes from and stuff, so, you know, I get recommended stuff that's language related. And, yeah, I got recommended a video from him where he was looking at this, some kind of language guru guy who was going to explain to us why learning Latin was a bad idea in 2023. And I don't know if it's still a bad idea, but it was a bad idea in 2023, all right. I'll tell you that much. And, I mean, this is like a 50-minute video. Hopefully we can get to some of the really juicy stuff. But there are some real humdingers in this one about why you should never bother learning Latin. You can see the like ratio is not super positive. Let's get into it.
The first thing you encounter as you start to accumulate the textbooks and the, you know, web links and phone apps necessary for the study of Latin in the 21st century. The first thing you encounter...
is this dude a kooky racist or something? I don't know about that, but it goes in some directions that might be related to that. I don't know. It's very bizarre. The guy's like a kind of a coomer or something. It's weird. I don't know.
Are the rationalizations, excuses, and apologetics offered by your contemporaneous students of Latin and the professors who parasitically earn their living peddling these delusions of grandeur to the students?
So, the language professors? I think they just teach the language, right? I don't know.
First thing you're going to encounter is, you know, the truly esoteric argument that...
let me tell you, this video's pretty esoteric.
Latin is not a dead language. And that studying Latin is not useless. There are actually several books.
This guy's having like an emotional breakdown while he's talking. Just like the shift in like tone. It's very bizarre already.
Where the title is a paraphrase, is within a few words of studying Latin is not useless. Latin is not a dead language. In defense of studying a useless language. The reasons why it is crucially important.
Why does he laugh like when a billionaire screws people out of drinking water or something?
Study an ancient dead useless language. So sometimes it's the title of the book. Sometimes it's the preface of the book. Sometimes
someone says, irresponsible amount of bananas for one person. You know, you too can look like this. You just gotta put down like 78 bananas in a single day.
This is the first chapter. Sometimes it's the most popular YouTube video on the YouTuber's channel. Sometimes it's kind of the, you know, the front page of the website or what have you. Depending on the format, these rationalizations...
I don't know. I'm not an expert about this sort of thing. What do you think, chat? Is he on something? Because, like, his eyes are, like... His pupils are, like, dilated. His eyes are really wide. He's looking around all over the place. He keeps, like, fidgeting and scratching his nose and shit. He can't, like, look at the camera. He seems like he might be... I don't know. I'm no expert, you know, but I'm just... I don't know. Seems weird.
First and foremost. Now, a culturally comparative claim must be carefully calibrated. Let's say that one more time in case English is your second language, the majority of my viewers.
In case English is your second language, let's just see it again.
English is their second language. A culturally comparative claim.
Like, what was that? That face. I remember watching the guy who, like, did the reaction to this dude's video. I don't remember him pointing out, like, how much it seems like the dude's on cocaine or something, but, like, he sure does.
A culturally comparative claim must be carefully calculated. If I told you that living in Canada was depressing for me because everyone was either a drug addict or an alcoholic, and I'm surrounded by people who are drug addicts and alcoholics, well, compared to what? I've had some fans of the channel encouraging me to move to Sweden, to live the rest of my life permanently in Sweden. Do you think the rate of alcohol consumption is higher or lower in Sweden than it is in Canada?
Well, you know, so I don't know. I mean, there seems to be a lot of substance use going on in Canada, based on what I'm seeing. You know, not saying he's doing any of it. I'm just saying, like, it seems like a lot of people are into that sort of thing. So, you know, I wouldn't be surprised. I mean, I don't know.
That might be quite difficult to get a and statistics can be misleading if you just use statistics generated by the alcohol industry itself. If you do some research into it, you know,
do some research into those statistics, said skin-headed white man.
Okay, well, what if I said to you that I've lived in Thailand and Abyssimia?
Well, then I would be really suspicious of you, sir.
Theravada Buddhist country, and I feel like I'm just surrounded by alcoholics and drug addicts. Totally different culture, totally different language. Well, Sweden is quite different from Canada. All right, you know.
Wow. This guy is fucking cracked. He is out of his mind right now. Jesus Christ.
Culturally comparative claims have to be calibrated very carefully. I used to study a dead language that is much more alive today than Latin is.
Don't say Esperanto. Don't say Esperanto.
It's much more alive as a language.
Don't say Esperanto.
It's much more alive in terms of the continuity of the cultural tradition behind it. I'm talking about Pali.
Okay.
So I'm going to briefly talk about Pali and Sanskrit.
Oh, man.
And some of you watching this video might decide to study.
So how many people do you figure, not saying this is this guy or anything, how many people do you figure are just like learning languages so that they can go up to women and say, you know, I speak a dead language. Yeah, I'm pretty smart. Yeah, baby, let me serenade you in Pali. I'm going to switch from Pali to Esperanto in the middle of it, actually. It's going to be really fluid, actually, because they share similar grammatical structures and consonant tonality.
Pali and Sanskrit instead of Latin on this basis, if this is what you're looking for. Slavery was abolished in Thailand in the year 1910.
Where did we get to slavery?
When I was doing research...
How did we get to slavery? I wanted to learn about Latin!
Thailand, Laos, Cambodia, Myanmar, and that area of Southeast Asia, there were still people alive who could remember slavery. And slavery does not just betoken slavery. Slavery was part and parcel of a whole ancient Weltanschauung, view of the world, way of life, set of assumptions,
Weltanschauung,
deeply held traditional beliefs. When you say slavery was abolished in 1910, that's a good indication of when Thailand started making its transition from the medieval world to the modern world, a world where assumptions,
ancient attitudes toward the world, Buddhism and the earth, a lot of Buddhism. A lot of fucking Buddhism. Where do we actually even get into Latin? I'm not young. Horror languages. What is this video even about? Male prostitute? When do we... Okay, well, at the very least, we'll jump to male prostitute and find out what that's about, but where are you going with this?
It's about government, the role of the king, assumptions about religion, assumptions about geography. What is the planet we're living on? Cosmology.
I'm wondering that every second I watch this video, friend.
Including, when you look at the night sky, what do you think the sun and the moon are? I'm not asking you, what do you think the moon symbolically represents? No, like physically, what is it?
It's a giant rock of cocaine, dude.
Like the Thailand's transition into the modern world has happened so recently that when I was there, still people were alive who could remember slavery. Yes, they were 90 years old or what have you. And I found one article written in English. To my knowledge, it's the only article of this kind ever written. Mm-hmm. It may be something else has been published and never translated in English or never been noticed. But one anthropologist went around from village to village interviewing elderly people who could remember slavery. And obviously that was a few years before I got there. So I don't know if those people were in their 80s.
The bananas are a subtle metaphor for this guy. Well, no, that's Ian Miles Chong, white on the inside, yellow on the outside. In his own words, that's Ian Miles Chong. I don't know what the bananas are. I mean, those look much too big to be a metaphor for... Yeah, I don't know. But
in their 90s. But there were some. And now you know that kind of memory is passed on for a couple of generations. So obviously when I was there were people whose parents had told them about slavery and whose grandparents had told them about slavery. And there were people alive who could tell you.
So Latin, am I right? Buddhism section, that's all super cool, dude. That's so great. I love that you have such a large section of this video that's about not the thing I clicked on the video for.
For an ancient language like Sanskrit, compared to the continuity that remains for an ancient language like Pali. And I think there's...
how many languages before we get to Latin?
Even an argument. If you are serious about classical Chinese, so let's say Han Dynasty Chinese, and the materials we have that are more ancient than the Han Dynasty. So what people mean by classical Chinese isn't always clear. I'm being completely clear. So the really ancient, completely clear, really classical Chinese,
the really ancient stuff,
and earlier, Chinese. Even though the communists had their revolution in China, I think there's an argument that classical Chinese is much more of a living language. It has much more viable cultural continuity, right, than Latin has today. Right.
Yeah, but some people just want to learn Latin, though.
Now, belief is a somewhat porous and flexible and misleading concept. Let's talk about...
Look at this pose he's doing. I mean... I feel like I'm becoming an expert at seeing this in people just by watching this guy. This is like a guide that they give you in the police academy where it's just like, how do you tell if your suspect is out of his mind on drugs? And it's like a body language guide, and it would just be this guy.
Fear. Nobody today is afraid of the gods described.
We're going to get to the male prostitute.
The pre-Christian gods. When you are talking about sincere, true-believing Buddhists, sincere, true-believing Hindus, or a sincere, true-believing Taoist in China, a traditional Taoist, who valorizes and studies these...
Are you down with Tao?
It's not the only type of person in China who cares about these, but these are people who are genuinely afraid.
I have no fucking idea what this has to do with Latin. We're getting into Taoism. We're getting into audience questions. Horror language. Male prostitute is coming up. I don't know. Audience my question is it about Latin yet? We're about halfway into the video. Is it about Latin yet?
Today's video is really just about why you should not study Latin.
I thought it was!
I guess I don't mind, kind of once I'm past stating this thesis, answering some of these questions.
Are you past the thesis yet? No?
But at this
not
moment,
yet?
I mean, I'm giving a kind of balanced and fair...
I think this is a live stream, by the way. This is like a clip of a live stream, so he's got people in real time being like, hey, Isel, what's going on? What the fuck are you talking about? And he's just having to be like, hang on, bro, Taoism.
Condemnation of Latin from the perspective of someone who has studied many, many different languages. So I don't need to digress to that at great length. I've already mentioned some of the languages I've studied. But yeah, obviously I have a perspective on this that most of the other students won't have, most of the professors won't have.
I'm pretty special. I'm a pretty big deal.
Sorry, some of these comments are interesting. I just don't want to derail the purpose of the live stream.
Of course, yeah, you wouldn't want to get off topic.
I saw an old email between myself and a professor.
Oh my god.
Just a few days ago. So a few days ago, I was searching my email history for a certain keyword.
I hate this shit where it's like, I mean, like, it's not about you. Like, no one cares about you and your fucking email and your time that you spent in Thailand, you fuckstick. We just want to know about Latin. The world's bigger than you.
And I looked at an old email from 8-9 years ago, something like that.
Let's talk Latinum instead.
This professor I was talking to,
no quark.
Only languages he was familiar with were Spanish and Italian.
I'm not like the other language experts.
Okay.
I'm not like the other polyglots. He was
giving me this advice pertaining to languages, and I had to write back to him. I said, "Look, dude, I'm sorry, but you're out of your depth here. If your first language is English, studying Spanish is one thing, studying Italian is one thing. You are not going to tell me about studying Chinese. You are not.
You're not. You are though, because this video's not about Latin.
What the conflict was about was that he was saying, and many professors say this, he was saying in effect, well, there's no point in complaining that the university courses are no good, that academia is corrupt, or that it's a waste of money, because, really all you need to do is, buy an airplane ticket and go to some small town and sit down with a bunch of grandmothers and grandfathers and practice the language of it. Now, look, I maybe today in modern Italy that's possible. Maybe you can buy an airplane ticket to a small town in Italy, and you can just go and drink espresso at the coffee shop and every day chit-chat with the bored elderly people at this coffee shop and build up your ability in Italian. And you don't need a professor, and you don't need a university, and you don't need anything but your backpack and a note.
Is he talking about Italian now? I thought that was heading into learning, like, Latin from elderly people, which probably is also stupid, but, like, at least that would be relevant.
Bad. I mean, this is a kind of anthropological ideal of learning through osmosis, learning in situ and informally. Maybe with the gap between English and Italian, you can do that. Maybe with the gap between English and Spanish, you can do that. Honestly, I doubt it. I've met people who learned languages that way. They had mind-blowing gaps in their ability and accuracy after decades. It's like, okay, there are things you should have learned in your first 6 months studying this language, and you haven't learned it in your first 10 years. You just got very, very confident in a sloppy and inaccurate use of language. And maybe these people in this particular village, they've learned to kind of put up with you and humor you, and they can guess what you mean when you're...
I mean, that's what I'm having to do with you, buddy.
You're really saying things incorrectly or saying things the wrong way.
Yeah, exactly.
What you're saying is garbled and incoherent. It makes no sense.
Exactly. Yeah. Okay. That's exactly, you're putting into words exactly what I'm thinking right now. Thanks, Isel.
That's Italian. That's Spanish. Do not fucking kid yourself that there is any valid inference going from Italian and Spanish over here to Cree, Ojibwe, Soto, Navajo.
Is Latin even going to be on the list?
Nahuatl.
I guess not.
These are hard languages, and they're not just hard.
So anyway, Latin
for you to learn. They're hard for these people to teach. So, like, if you do find an old grandmother in a small village who speaks one of those languages I've just named, do you know how much you're imposing on her? Like, you're not her grandson.
Insufferable.
You're not her. She doesn't know you. She doesn't love you. And even if you pay her, how can you pay her enough to do the really hard work of sitting down and teaching you a language, totally alien vocabulary, syntax, grammar, totally alien etymologies? So that's radically unrelated to a Western European language.
Grandma
like, yeah, it may seem like it's all fun and games when you're, chit-chatting with people in a Western European language that has so much in common with English, and you think you can do these things informally. Okay, well, look, Beijing Chinese, Beijing Hua. It's not like that, homie. It's a totally different game with totally different rules and totally different stakes.
Holy fuck, he's never gonna get to Latin. This is unbelievable.
And the practice I have with so many other languages, the background I have in so many other philosophical traditions, historical traditions, political traditions, you know.
Why is he just talking about himself, dude? Talk about Latin! Latin!
Much research I've done in so many different fields. It is possible for me to do Latin, like frankly, in 1 year, but whatever. Talk about the next 5 years.
It is becoming more confusing.
For Latin to be rewarding and meaningful for me, working completely in isolation.
What's happening?
So,
it's happening.
All right. Now, I would not even say that about Chinese, kind of a topic for another video. I definitely would not say that about Japanese, to give another example. So some people watching this video are 18 years old. Some of you are 55.
DM me, by the way.
Years old, whatever. You know. It may be hard
no
for
fatties.
you to reflect on and really be honest with yourself about what kind of positive role you're expecting these other people to play in your life in the study of this language.
I don't even... So he's talking... Like, to give him some credit, I guess, he's talking about Latin. In a roundabout and esoteric way, he's talking about Latin. But he's talking about it in such a bizarre... From such a bizarre angle. Where it's like, I mean, I guess people are going to need to go and talk to, like, a grandma who speaks Latin somewhere, is his concept. I don't think that's what anybody thinks they mean by, like, learning Latin, dude. I mean, like, I don't know what he's getting at with this. Like, I think part of it is that if they learn Latin from, like, the internet or something, it won't be authentic or something. I mean, obviously a big part is that it's not usable in any context, but it is. I mean, limitedly, but if you have an interest in it, you're not going to be deterred just because people are like, well, you're not going to get much use out of it. Like, yeah, they probably know that. It's fucking Latin. But, I mean, it's interesting to know that and learn the fucking, you know, what's the word? Entomology? Is that the bug one? I don't know. To learn where the words come from and be like, oh, word and from, and like... and such forth. You know, that's probably kind of useful to know, stuff like that. So, I don't know. I mean, I feel like there's no point in telling people that not to learn Latin. I don't think anybody's under the notion that Latin's going to be their key to anything. No one really gives a shit if you speak Latin. You can't really talk in Latin to a lot of fucking people. Like, people know that. So I don't know who he's trying to convince with all that. But I just don't even know what else he's trying to get at, if not just that, basically.
You know, having...
Wordology.
If you're studying Chinese, having one other person
etymology, right,
who will write to you back and forth on Facebook Messenger in Chinese, encouraging you. Knowing just one person who's fluent in Chinese, where you can say to them, hey, look, I'm reading this Wikipedia article, and I can't understand this sentence. And they take the time to write back to you and reply. That can be crucial. Right? So I know sort of all these fucking people.
Man, you just know this guy's like a sex machine, though. Like, if I didn't hear him speak in his, like, Canadian accent, I would assume that he's got, like, Euro guy Caligula accent. Hey, baby, come to my place with body oils and satin robes. I have sex dungeon. We have swing. You know, but he doesn't have swing. He just has a swing, probably. And like a sex dungeon, and no funny accent or anything. Why don't you come about my place later and we'll have sex or something? We'll get drunk and I'll rock a piss after.
Everyone my age and younger, they seem to be in denial about these kinds of social relationships. They seem to be in denial about the extent to which there has to be love and respect in the game. There have to be people you can reach out to with love and respect, and they can reach out to you with love and respect. People who are like 65 aren't fucked up about this. But, I mean, I don't know whether it has to do with the internet or video game addiction or like that people are addicted to different drugs now than they used to be addicted to. But
yeah, I mean, he keeps it real with the old-fashioned stuff, if you get my meaning.
Nothing has changed in the culture.
He isn't going for any of that 2C pink shit. He just, you know...
Where nobody wants to admit this kind of fragility, this kind of need. And it's not an emotional need.
It's not.
It's an intellectual need.
It's an intellectual need.
Of course, there's emotional ramifications. But, how depressing is it to be struggling to study Chinese alone, where there isn't even that one person you can send a Facebook message to saying, hey, I'm struggling to read this particular sentence. Okay. Now, by contrast, what if you're living in a situation where you have all kinds of warm, effusive, encouraging participation in your process and experience of learning Chinese? So I didn't meet this guy. I'm sorry if I've told this experience before, but I had described to me in detail a white man who became profoundly fluent in spoken Chinese without learning written Chinese by becoming a male prostitute.
Oh, I see.
He was a good-looking white man, and I was told the story.
He was a good-looking white man, and the rest is history.
In some detail, he really disliked the brain damage he got from alcohol. He was expected to stand there at a bar and chit-chat with older Chinese women. The chit-chatting was much more important than the sex. Some of these women paid him and never had sex with them. I don't know what percentage, but I got the impression many of the women just wanted to go on a date with him.
It was a friend of mine, okay, who did it wasn't me, it was another friend of mine that I know who is a very attractive white man. He was very attractive and well off, and he eats lots of bananas, but he wasn't me, and he was a male prostitute for Chinese women, and he learned a lot of Chinese that way. It was really good for him. It was really good for him.
And, they didn't actually want to have sex, but some of them did. And he would have to drink huge amounts of alcohol while talking.
It was a virus! I got a virus, and then I fell out of my chair, and bananas fell out of my pants. Mom, you don't even listen to me!
Chinese for hours and hours. Like, that's his job every day, is to chit-chat with women. He's a male prostitute. Okay. Now, in some ways, this guy's life is unbelievably bleak, and his story ends sadly. I won't get into it. I never met him. I knew a guy who was personal friend.
Yeah, maybe it is a real other guy, but man, even still, that's such a bizarre thing to bring up in your video about Latin.
Friends with them. That's who I got the story from. Okay, as bleak and terrible as his life may be, wow, what a network, what a constellation of language exchange partners he has, coming into his life and reinforcing and helping him learn the language in every way except reading and writing, right? These women really are very motivated to talk to him. Trust me, you can live anywhere in the world. For me, China and Taiwan are really notable examples. You can live in China or you can live in Taiwan and nobody wants to talk to your ass. You go to the grocery store, they sell you the groceries. They say, do you have a discount card to pay for that? You say yes, or you say no. That's it. Nobody's...
Yeah, this guy is on the verge of tears while he talks about the bleak ending of that guy's life or whatever. I don't know. I mean, you say you don't know him. It's very weird to bring that up. You say you don't know him, but it kind of sounds like your own personal anecdote. But then also you say that his life had a bleak... turned out bleak or whatever, and you look like you're personally, sad. You're saddened. You're shocked and saddened by this. Okay. Did you know him or didn't you? What is going on?
When you learn Chinese. And you can be in a situation where you are offering to do language exchange, where you are offering to work for free, you are offering to teach people English, if only they will participate with you in practicing your Chinese. And you can be in a situation where you are offering to pay money. You're offering to pay $100 a day or $100 an hour, and still nobody will help you study or practice Chinese. And let me just add, most of these guys, because it's sometimes it's women or men.
Women dating men is now the chapter we're watching in this video about Latin.
But stereotypically, a white man goes and gets a Chinese girlfriend.
Yeah.
A lot of you guys end up sleeping with someone who's not going to help you learn the language. I mean, a certain type of self-disciplined intellectual woman will teach you the language.
I mean, some of these dumb bitches just eat hot chip and lie. So, I mean, I feel you, brother.
Is that who you're fucking? We can flip it around and ask the same, but women dating men, and there are different kinds of gender dynamics involved there. Are you, like, even if it's just one relationship, you're not a prostitute, there's one person you're sleeping with, are they teaching language? Okay, as bleak a picture as I've just painted for you there.
Why does it need to be a white man also? Like, couldn't it be like an American black guy who goes to China or something? I mean, obviously the experience would probably differ in many ways, but in terms of language or whatever, I feel like it would be, you know, a pretty similar thing. The way he specifies white guy, when you could easily just say, like, Western guy, like American or Canadian, North American guy, or English-speaking guy, EFL, English First Language, whatever, Anglo. I guess that also, I don't know, I guess that's also kind of exclusionary. All I'm saying is it's like, it's weird to make it that way, and it makes me feel like he's talking about, like, either a personal person, like a specific person that he knows, or him. And it might not even be that way, but that's kind of the way it sounds when he puts it that way.
How does that compare to your situation? What kind of colleagues you can have learning Latin? You have none of those options learning Latin.
That's true.
You can't prostitute yourself.
You can't prostitute yourself to learn Latin.
You can't do anything. It is a totally dead language.
So there you have it, folks. Superman destroyed businesses. Superman destroyed people. You can't even prostitute yourself to learn Latin. Take this home with you.
And the type of person who learns this language, they are the worst kind of LARPer.
LARPer.
If you don't know the term in English, LARP, LARPing, LARPer, live action role play. Now, there's no better comparison than Latin and Esperanto in this respect. Okay? Well,
so now we're talking about live action role playing, which is based, by the way.
The comparison I'm doing is, you know, Latin to other ancient languages like Pali, Sanskrit, and classical Chinese.
Push the Latin button!
You know, with Latin, people begin with an abstract ideal. And then they try to summon up a desire. They try to contrive a desire they don't really have in pursuit of that ideal. If you're talking about a white man, 21 years old,
why is it always a white man
who decides to start learning Japanese? The desire.
I guess it's his own experience or whatever. He's talking about what he knows. I suppose it would be more awkward if he was talking about, like, what happens if a 21-year-old Canadian-born Chinese person tries to, like, move to China and learn Chinese and shit. And, like, that, you know, he wouldn't probably know much about that. I mean, maybe he just hasn't had that anecdotal experience like somebody else telling him about their experience with that situation. It's just weird how much, like, race is brought into this. Like, it is, I mean, language is, obviously Chinese comes with it, the idea of the Chinese people, but, like, I don't know, like, why is you being white so heavy in this fucking, why is that loom so large?
Is real. Right? And the desire may be based on watching Japanese pornography.
Okay.
And it may be based on watching Japanese cartoons, anime, manga, etc.
Manga.
Right?
It's pronounced manga, actually.
It may be based on Japanese video games. 21-year-old man, 21-year-old white European man who wants to learn Japanese. The desire is real. He starts with a desire, and then he will contrive an ideal to justify the desire. 21-year-old white man in Europe who decides to learn Latin begins with an ideal and then tries to contrive the desire.
What?
It's stereotypical.
I think he thinks he's saying things that make sense and matter, but I don't think they do.
Ideologue.
Maybe he's just way too smart for me.
Or teaches Esperanto.
Maybe maybe they just really like Asterix and Obelix, and they want to like know more about the Roman and stuff, and like the Gauls and whatever. Maybe that's their thing. I don't know.
Is left wing, or
what's that about left wing?
Ideologue.
Ideologues.
A stereotypical ideologue.
Ideologue.
Learns Esperanto or teaches Esperanto is left wing or even communist.
Mm-hmm.
Believes in world peace and a kind of stereotypical left-wing hippie view of racism and anti-racism.
Oh boy.
We had people trying to teach Esperanto in Cambodia to Cambodians. Could someone Google that for me right now? Is there still an Esperanto school in Cambodia? You could also Google Vientiane, the capital city of Laos. Okay. Left-wing ideologues LARPing, they are the people studying Esperanto, teaching Esperanto. They are the spirit of Esperanto. Okay?
What?
I got bad news for you.
Left-wing ideologues have taken over. Esperanto's woke, fuckers!
The ideologues...
There's gonna be 500 new ways to say trans, LGBTQ, furry... gay, everything you need to say in Esperanto, they're gonna find new ways to say it. Don't worry.
Attached to Latin, they're not just right-wing. They're quite literally neo-Nazis. The people who are dressing up in togas on YouTube, the people who are talking about the greatness of the Roman Empire on YouTube and in podcasts, and who are saying, as this kind of ideological commitment, that you ought to get back to studying Latin, they are 21st century neo-Nazis. And I would say to a much greater extent than the people doing Esperanto are left-wingers or communists.
So to sum up what we've learned so far, you can't prostitute yourself to learn Latin, so why bother even, really? And you're a Nazi if you learn Latin. And if you're a communist, you love Esperanto. That's what I've discovered. I don't know why politics are having to enter this too now. Like, I feel like language is not really... I mean, there's probably some elements where, like, censored words, you can say that there's, like, political, splashback into language and stuff like that, but I don't feel like language is a political thing inherently, so why is, like, the left wing dominating Esperanto, according to this guy? I don't understand. I feel like that's really stupid. I don't know.
Some flexibility there, some lassitude there. And to a much greater extent than the people studying Sanskrit or Pali are like ideologically committed to a revival of Buddhism or a revival of Hinduism, respectively. You'll find a lot of different weird eccentrics, in that. Maybe the only thing I can compare Latin to this way is the study of Tibetan. Uh-huh. If you talk to white people who are learning Tibetan, ancient Tibetan or modern Tibetan, they're doing a scholarly Buddhist Tibetan or modern Tibetan, wow, you are dealing with some fucking LARPers. Ugh. These are people who don't just believe in Buddhism, they believe in Tibetanism. These are like Tibetan nationalists. It's fucking crazy.
Wow, it's fucking crazy that those people want to be out from under the thumb of China. Apparently it's like illegal on CBC to say like China or to say Taiwan without adding like the province of China, and Tibet too, I guess. Like if you mention Tibet, you have to add like province of China, Tibet or something. That's cool. Love Canada. You guys hear about our new Prime Minister guy? He loves AI. It's his favorite thing in the world. He wants Canada to be an AI superpower. He wants Canada to be the biggest AI nation in the world. I'm so excited. Oh, and I just can't hide it. Dream Theater is going to be... This is going to be perfect for all their upcoming live shows.
And you tell me if that's left-wing or right-wing. That's a good example. the crazy people you'll meet if you go into Tibetan as a language. Now, look, I have a hard time saying that anyone on earth is worse than the type of white person who learns Japanese. So some of you people are #polyglot. When you sit in the classroom with white people studying Japanese, you are looking at the dregs of our species.
Well, finally he said something that's true.
You are looking at the worst elements of humanity.
I mean, this is objectively factual.
And you are seeing the basest desires. Like, you're seeing them at their worst.
Yeah. Absolutely,
people,
dude.
Let's say you know a guy, he's an accountant, and he's a nice guy, and he's a good guy 12 hours a day. But if you meet him when he's at the casino, you see the worst side of his character. You see the worst of human nature. Like, okay, he's a good guy 12 hours a day, but a certain number of hours per day or a certain number of hours per week, he's at the casino, and you see another side to him. White people studying Japanese are in the same way terrifying. You are looking at...
Well, yeah, I imagine I would be terrifying if I went to Japan and spoke like a Yakuza character in the way that I, have come to know Japanese. Like, I'm sure that would be... I would be a rude, very large man with a hook hand that people would not take kindly to. So that's true. I mean, this is all just objectively factual.
The worst aspects of the worst people in humanity. I really mean that.
Yeah, this is Dr. Bill.
Well, I've got to tell you something. Latinists, people who choose to learn Latin, are even worse. You are either talking about traditional Catholic fascists. So note, I'm here saying traditional Catholic fascists, right? So it's a continuous tradition that includes people like Mussolini. It includes people like the dictator Franco.
I mean, like, okay, again, trying to be like charitable to the guy. Yeah, you can say, sure, there's a lot of people obviously that want to like return to the Roman Empire or whatever the fuck the guy's allegedly who can't stop thinking about Rome. Like, that was one of those fun little gender war clickbait things that came up for like 2 days that everyone talked about. That men just can't shut up about Rome, apparently. And meanwhile, nobody I've ever met has ever been able to be like, oh yeah, I know a guy who loves Rome. Like, I've never even encountered someone that I know that knows someone that applies to, but okay. Apparently that was like a thing, and maybe some of these people are like, we gotta return to tradition, whatever, woman in the kitchen, like, I guess, maybe something like that, I don't know, possibly. I'm sure there's a lot of people that want to, like, learn, like, fucking German because they love the Nazis and shit like that, so like, yeah, I guess you probably, you probably have some people that, I'm just so into the ideals of the Roman Empire that I need to learn how to fucking speak Latin. Like, yeah, I mean, like, I don't know, I guess that's a person that might exist. I don't know how... I feel like a lot of people just want to learn it because it's like an interesting thing, though. Like, it's a historical thing that's, got some relevance in the languages that many people speak today. In terms of studying language at large, like language in general, Latin is pretty influential, but like, I mean, I don't know. Yeah, there's probably like 1% of people that are really super into racism or whatever. I guess, I don't know. I feel like that's true of any situation ever, though. Like, it could be Latin, it could be Puyo Pop fandom. Like, there's probably 1% of them are like super ethno-nationalists or something. And I mean, like, I don't know, I feel like, I mean, that's just like, I don't know, I don't know if that's a thing you can really do anything about, but okay.
In Spain, right, there's a tradition of Catholicism.
True to
continues
Kaiser.
To this day. They are either that kind of fascist, or they are neo-Nazis, and the emphasis has to be on neo. I don't mean they are traditional Nazis who actually practice what Adolf Hitler preached. These are people with very eccentric, very new ideas, but they are fascist ideas. They're a different kind of fascism. Right.
So I don't even know where the guy like falls politically. He has so much to say about political stuff and how like leftism has infiltrated Esperanto, and you're all like communist zealots if you try to learn Esperanto. But like I guess he is the enlightened centrist because he is equally like, yeah, you're a neo-Nazi if you want to learn fucking Latin.
Those are the people who dominate
so, like, I guess
Latin. And you see, if you kind of read between the lines a little bit, okay, so here's one person you're examining, and they are obsessed with getting the pronunciation and emphasis correct when they recite Catholic prayer in Latin. That's what they're trying to impress upon you as a student. That's what they're trying to do with themselves. They believe there's something magical about singing a traditional Catholic song in Latin perfectly, getting the emphasis on the right syllable.
I mean, that was a pretty important thing about their culture, wasn't it? I feel like that's a, you know, like if you're talking about doing some... I feel like that's not unreasonable to expect somebody to be interested in, like, the specific way that people sang a song or something. I mean, between, like, if you're into music and language, those are both things that would be, like, of interest, I feel like, to me, if I was to be interested in Latin. I'm not particularly, but, you know, were I to look into Latin, I would probably be interested in the specific way that the singers pronounced words or some shit. Hey everybody. Hey everybody.
Hey, who here loves trains?
Getting the emphasis on the right syllable is what he said in English. You know, that they have some kind of supernatural belief that this is their way to reach out and touch the mind of God. I hate to tell you this, people. The God of Israel did not give a fuck about Latin.
What?
The language of the God of Israel, the God in your Bible, was not Latin. Like, well, these people don't accept that. These are people who are still living with. We have a question here about the scholars of the Middle Ages. These are people who are struggling to revive the darkness of the Dark Ages.
I'm so fucking confused. Like, he must be talking about specific people that he knows, because your average person that just wants to learn the fucking language is not trying to prostitute themselves to learn it, and they certainly aren't trying to revive the Roman Empire or whatever the fuck. I don't think that's what's happening. Bro, it's okay. Come down. Come down. Have some coffee.
At least in their own minds. At least in their own
Have
hearts.
some bread.
This is one type of person you can, you know, okay, now let's contrast. Over here is a guy, and what he's talking about is masculinity, what it means to be a man, and the Roman spirit, and the Roman military, and conquest, and what were the causes of the decadence and the decline and fall of Rome. You know, okay, that's another school. Now, a big difference between the 21st century and the 19th century. This is I'm sorry, but this is actually really important. In the 19th century, a huge percentage of the people interested in Latin were homosexuals who were trying to advance the notion that homosexuality was normal, that it shouldn't be a crime, that homosexuality wasn't just...
This video really covers everything. It's like astronaut food as a YouTube video. You get like 700 topics in one video. It's great.
Something that should
it's like it's an encyclopedia.
But that it was biologically normal. So they were going back to these ancient Roman texts, some of which
ancient Roman texts
descriptions about gay romance, gay prostitution, all kinds of...
Back to prostitution.
skullduggery.
Skullduggery.
Men cheating on their wives with other men cheating on their boyfriends with women, like the whole gamut of shenanigans,
Don't say degeneracy, don't say degeneracy, don't... God damn it, you're already a skinhead. Don't say degeneracy, they're gonna know.
We get it spelled out for us real clearly. We get all the details of the sex lives of different
lollygagging.
Some of them were straight, but a lot of them were gay or bisexual. Okay, there were a lot of homosexuals.
I like how much male prostitution and homosexuality is in this Latin video with a bunch of bananas all over the place. And this man whose face looks like a penis.
Century, who were reaching out to these classical texts from ancient Rome.
His nose looks like a penis,
I
too.
have a right to exist. Right? What you will notice is that in the 21st century, these people who are studying Latin, whether they are openly neo-Nazis or not, like it may be covert, their real political agenda, for some reason, their idea...
Good pause frame. I just wanted to pause for the pause frame. That's pretty good.
The idea of masculinity from ancient Rome is homophobic rather than homophilic, if you like, rather than embracing gayness and bisexuality. It's actively condemning it. They are instead constructing and asserting a patriarchal, heteronormative, ultimately, the point is...
And now we're into Islamophobia.
Homophobia.
Obviously.
That's really what it's about today. To some extent, it's about anti-Semitism, but primarily Islamophobia. They are,
Hey, little Timmy, are you interested in Latin because you read a textbook at school that mentioned Latin and you thought that sounded cool? Well, turns out you are a fascist. You're actually like ultra smegma. You're the worst smegma of all.
Constructing and articulating a new kind of xenophobia. Also, you could say a new kind of cosmopolitanism, a new view.
Islamophobia is interesting coming from this guy who looks like he should be a Persian guy who sells you golden lamps at a mall.
Of both the history...
Yes, sir, I get you great deal, great bargain. Look at my cool store filled with sparkly golden things. Yes, yes.
Based on a
browser
and biased reading of ancient Rome. You can look around. Any of these guys, people who are alive and active today in 2023. I'm not talking about the 19th century, I'm not talking about the 20th century. I'm not talking about the 18th or 17th century. People studying Latin right now, people talking about Latin on YouTube, do you see any of them with
Persian Luigi, yeah.
in democracy? Do you see any of them
I remember that reference.
Arguing, even to the same extent that Machiavelli did, guys, what made Rome work, what made the empire work was the limited extent to which it was democratic. Nobody would call the city of Rome a democracy, but it had some democratic elements. And long story short,
very long story short,
Machiavelli draws attention to, working from sources like Appian, Appian and Sallust, the great historians.
Appian, Sallust, Coltrane, the list could go on and on.
Really got to consider is the way in which the rich and the poor worked together and struggled against each other. There were these democratic elements. And that's what really made Rome great, in contrast to the societies he saw around him.
Yeah, so anyway, fuck Latin.
A minor.
That was the wrong button. I was just trying to go to this. Well, I think we get the point. His last two chapters are also not related to Latin, evidently. They probably are like 7 tangents deep related to Latin, sort of, but, not in any way that really matters. So, that's that video. Isel Mazard. Fucking the most Canadian sounding name I've ever heard. Yeah, that's what a great video. I know a lot more about Latin now that I didn't before, so that's cool. So thank you, everybody for watching. I think we're gonna do some super chats now. We'll wind down. Be sure to catch tomorrow's stream, which will be in just under 24 hours. It's gonna be 7:30 tomorrow night. And we're going to be, it might start around this time actually, but we're going to be doing a customized D&D campaign. My character Victor Belfagor he's a shit-eating furry murderer who is going to go on a quest with some merry band of fuckwits. There's a blue hair feminist. He's a hare who's a feminist, and he's blue. And we're gonna stop Dragon Lord Frodo from marrying 2 lesbian broads. He's an actual Dragon Lord. It's gonna be great. I think King Cobra shows up at some point. So you're gonna want to stick your eyes peeled to this cool campaign with me and with Sleepy and some friendos. It's gonna be a good time. So it'll be about 24 hours from now. You can expect that. We're gonna be streaming it right here. We're gonna do some super chats here. We can get some music going, and you know what's a good video game soundtrack is this one. Oh yeah. A little louder. There we go. That should be good. We got $10 from Bungie Gummy. I had to lay my pet lizard to rest today. We watched so many of your streams together over the years. Glad to catch a stream to cheer me up. Well, I'm sorry to hear about that, you know. Hopefully he's still enjoying the streams wherever he is now. $2 from Psy, feeling okay. Second place is first place in my heart. Oh, they were all beautiful. All of the art pieces were just fantastic. 19 months membership from Liquid Dinosaur. Oh boy, Lois, a schizo stream. Oh, you know it. $2 from Psy, feeling okay. Mr. Popo, what about the pecking order? I don't really know what that's in reference to, but, you know, absolutely. 20 months membership from Shun Kurosaki. Hello, people. Hope you're all having a good day. D. Oh, well, you know, that's a lot better than D colon. Glad to see your D instead of D colon. You know, today's been pretty good. Again, I finished a song that I started in 2018, so I mean, I feel very accomplished. It's a go me type of day. Alex Dumnik, member for 14 months. Movie! Wheel of Trash soon. Also, sorry about the potential war, by the way, my bad. I don't even know what you're talking about, but yeah, I have been thinking about Wheel. I would like to do Wheel again soon. I have to figure out exactly what I'd like to put on the Wheel. You can probably expect Wheel to be one of the next few streams. I've been planning it out. I think I want to do body cams and at least have that on the Wheel as an option. So yeah, Wheel could be real soon. Anticipate Wheel. I'm gonna have to make a new Wheel thumbnail because all the old ones, none of them hit hard enough. We need a brand new Wheel thumbnail. Fuck the big 3 with $2. James Norton 3021 is a very imaginative user. Imaginative, huh? By the way, that video had its comments turned off. Just, like, bad like ratio, comments off. Very suspicious. I wonder what people had to say. James Norton, yeah, there's like some people talking about this guy too, so I'll have to check it out. Thank you for the suggestion. $2 from Psy, feeling okay. Alex just loves Chris Pratt. Yeah, he's a big fan of CP in the morning, noon, and night. He loves CP whenever he can get it. $5 from the Retro Shepherd. In user lane, there is a captain in a wheelchair, and in his pocket is some artwork by a teen. He wants the teen to get his knob clean. Yeah. You can continue that from there. I'm planning on having a song that might be relevant to certain people's interests on the album. I mean, most of the album is just music that's unrelated to funny channel user memes and sangies and stuff, but you know, keep your ears peeled. There'll be some stuff. There'll be a little bit here and there. 20 months membership from Frenchy French. A stream. Oh, happy day. Yeah, it's a la happy day. We got streams. It's a fantastic time to be alive. It's absolutely fantastic. 5 CHF from Super Mario Hack. Look up Bolo Candy Channel if you want to see a fetish based on a power-up from Mario Party F8. P.S. Check out all their posts. A power-up? Bolo Candy channel? Channel with a 4 for some reason instead of an A. Bolo Candy channel. Oh yeah, okay. Okay, yeah, it's a post. Huh. Oh, how the tables have turned. Alright, I see. Content warning, ball TF. Alright, well, we'll check this out. Thank you for the suggestion. Another time, thank you. 19 months membership from Sticky Wiki. Nice, Captain Alex. VA work. Oh, well, thank you. I shouldn't have made him so New York, but... You know, you gotta make him sound like kind of a fucking slug, so that's important. $2 from King Cobra JFS's Circle of Perspiration. Go away user incense. I mean, that should be the one that I sell. You know, that'll be part of the merch. I'll have incense that has like fun themes. That's actually a good idea. I might do that. That seems like a fun idea. Like, just get an incense. I don't know if I would be able to get like a company that makes incense to do that sort of thing. Like, but I don't know. I think it would be kind of fun if I could. And you know, they'd just be like normal scents, whatever. We wouldn't like reinvent the wheel, but they'd all have fun names at least, and like fun box designs and stuff. Because that's the real shit. The incense boxes, they're so pretty. They're like an art piece just having them. I need to find a way to like have them like displayed, you know, because they're really nice. They're, you know, some of them are just like, I don't know, when they're all together too, it's like all this variety. It's very cool. $2 from Matt. This user Doodle Bobs and 01. Doodle Bob Sand 01 is the ultimate Sigma. Okay, Sigma, huh? Doodle Bob Sand 01. And oh boy. Oh yeah, he's doing some dances and stuff. Thank you for the suggestion. This looks good. Who likes who needs fucking Buff Corel when we have that guy? It's gonna be great. $2 from the real Smash Bandicoot. DK will psychically give Captain Alex turbo AIDS. Oh my god, not turbo AIDS. AIDS! No! $2 from Psy, feeling okay. They're trying to modern day the captain. Yeah, that's pretty fucked up. I mean, they're making him woke. They're making him hell. By the way, probably some new Foxwolf content soon, because he's toxic and bleak. He's getting worse. I'm really upset that the Dream Theater show, they didn't play A Broken Man from their new album. They played the fucking 2 singles from the new album. Like, I don't know, the new album's pretty good. The best one on there isn't one of the singles. It's A Broken Man, or Bend the Clock's pretty good, too. They didn't play either of those. I mean, it's just like fucking Porcupine Tree when they went live and Steven Wilson had this whole fucking speech about like, unlike other bands, we're gonna play we're gonna play our new album live. And it was like, that's cool, because I like the new album. Yeah, except they didn't play like 2 of the best songs on the fucking thing. They didn't play Love in the Past Tense, they didn't play Population 3. God damn it! God damn it! Modern day! $2 from Tivy Tuvies. Trevor Davis, 15. Favorite channel rules is good vid. Well, okay. I love when people suggest things and I don't know if that's the beginning or... Like, I don't know where the channel and, like, video name begins and ends. What the fuck is it called? Trevor Davis, 15. My top 15 YouTube channel rules? That must be the one, right? Yeah. Well, that's autistic. Okay. There's ponies in the thumbnail, so, you know. $2 from Bungie Gummy. My day has been made 100 times better. Needed a laugh. Well, you know, there you go. I'm happy to help. $2 from Psy. Feeling okay. User on user violence. You hate to see it. I mean, the statistics are far too high. $5 from Dr. Storm. What does Trolls Band Together fan 2001 think of the new Smurfs movie starring Rihanna as Smurfette and featuring influencer Smurf? Well, you know, I don't know what he thinks of that one, but I can tell you that the Smurfs are back. I can tell you that they're back. And you know, where did they even go? It's never been so, they've never been so back. But they also never left. So like, yeah. $2 from Zen Disaster. Check to Pups' streams, Claw. Well, I did check. There's nothing new. There's like stuff I haven't seen, but there's nothing like recent. Since he said that it was like he was done posting videos for 2025. You know, I thought maybe he'd loophole it and do some shorts or streams or whatever, but I guess his loophole is still posting like community tab videos or whatever. I'm guaranteeing you he's gonna break that promise. There will be a video before next year. For one reason or another. He's not going to keep that promise. 13 months membership from Baneblade. You haven't streamed in so long that the free member message kicked in again, you dingus. Sorry about that. You know, it's been a while, but I swear it's all gonna be worth it. You're all gonna be subjected to horrible, horrible music. It's gonna sound like cats getting fucked by goats. It's gonna be great. 420 from Ray. This message has been censored by the FCC. Oh, you hate to see it. My God, I hate the FCC. $5 from JC. Most Zoomer cow commentators can't not bother the cows for God knows what reasons. Like they have an urge to bother them instead of observing. I mean, you know, again, Captain Alex has obviously had people doing that to him, and like, I don't know. I might disavow, but I'm not gonna pretend that the results have not been very funny. I mean, he had an art contest and Sonichu and Empress Teresa fucking won. Like, come on. You can't make this shit up. That's great. That's comedy. That's just comedy. I'm not gonna pretend that that's not really funny. Well, like, yeah, you know, the need to get involved with these fucking people. It's like, no, don't. They're gonna scurry. They're gonna run for the fucking hills. Don't do it. Don't do it. $2 from Arthrobots. He talked about the Sonic Unleashed mods yet. Oh yeah, I mean, there's a bunch of fucking mods. For whatever reason, there's all these, like... I mean, just like... I don't know, a lot of them are just stupid shit. I mean, I guess it's hard to do things that are, like, fixing the fucking game. Because the game's pretty good, but, like, man, the Werehog levels go too fucking long. They're, like, 20 minutes each. And it's like, it's enough already with the Werehog levels. I don't even mind them. I think they're fun. I like the music a lot. The recomp lets you turn off the battle music you hear every fucking 2 seconds in the, like, original version. So you can just listen to the really nice, you know, you can listen to the really nice tunes that are in the nighttime levels that used to get cut off every fucking 2 seconds by the battle theme. Da-da-da-da-da! And, like, that song's nice too, but it's like, it's enough already with the battle theme. You can turn that off in the recomp, and that fixes them so much. But yeah, like, I don't know, there's a mod that lets you, stretch your arms a bit further with the Werehog, which is great, because that's one of the big problems, is just, like, jumping off a platform and the fucking reticle doesn't show up because you weren't, like, on the right pixel, I guess. You know, so you weren't on the right pixels, so you don't trigger the thing that lets you swing off of the pole or something, you know? And that happens a lot, or it feels like it happens a lot. I don't know, the Werehog levels are pretty alright. I've warmed up to them. They really shouldn't be in a Sonic game, and they shouldn't take up so much fucking time in the Sonic. Like, it's mostly that. When I was... Because I came off of Pirate Yakuza and went directly into Unleashed. And it's like, yeah, I mean, going from one beat-em-up action game to basically another, you know, it was fine. It wasn't as good, but it was fine. You know, the Sonic levels are pretty good. It's just a shame there's, like, a collective 30 minutes of gameplay in that style, basically. So that's a shame, you know. But, you know, I've since been modding, like, Generations and, SA2 as well. And I've got like a mod in SA2 that lets you just play as like a proper version of Tails in every level. So you can do, like, adventure Tails, just skip over everything shit. Which is pretty good if you want to play any of those shooting levels. You just pick, like, Tails and just blow through the fucking thing. in like 2 seconds and break the whole level. It's great. I mean, I recommend it. Yeah, you know, lots of Unleashed mods. If I could be guaranteed that I could finish Eggman Land and get to the next boss and stuff and have it save and not crash on a loading screen, you know, I'd probably continue playing that game, but it's pretty good. I mean, Sonic Unleashed got unfairly sidelined for so long. That fucking game is great. That's the most high fucking production value Sonic game they've ever made. That shit is the most AAA thing Sega's ever put out. That shit looks like Mario Galaxy. That shit is so polished. I mean, yeah, there's like a couple bugs here and there, I guess, but it's like, man, the general look of it, the hubs, all of that shit, it's great. What did it get from all the publications? Like a 3 or 4 out of 10. They were genuinely anti-Sonic back in the day, dude. It's unbelievable. Once you play it and you're like, it's been 17 years or whatever, and like, wow, this is amazing, actually. I can't believe people were this unfair to this fucking thing. You know? And yeah, then we got like fucking 15 years of schlock. And I include Generations in that because that game's great, but like, man, what a missed opportunity. It's just like a fucking 2-hour jog through some levels and then you're done. And there's no story, and there's nothing to it other than just playing the levels. It's cool, I guess, but man, I don't know. Unleashed has changed my whole perception of like 3D Sonic now, because I'm just like, man, we could have had more like this, but it just didn't, it wasn't, you know, critically successful or whatever. They had to keep chasing the dragon of Sonic Lost World and Sonic Boom. Jesus Christ, Sonic Forces. 20 bucks from Zen Disaster. Have you seen Liam Keenclaw, Australian user who has the hots for many toddler cartoon characters, fails to read awful DeviantArt Mario comic shorts, not getting any of the jokes, and makes possibly the worst acapellas online. Well, I feel like I might have seen this guy. I've definitely seen people talking about him in the Milk Barn chat. Hawk Talk. Okay, no, this is a different guy. This is a different Liam Keen. Oh, it's definitely this one. It's definitely the one who has the stash, you know. The iconic pedo mustache that, is always seen. Oh, man. He even has the YouTube banner where it's like a bunch of Mario characters and kids show characters, and then just him in the middle. Like, oh, it's so good. It's so good. Thank you for the suggestion. $2 bucks from Zen Disaster. I sleep in a big bed with my wife. $2 from Psy, feeling okay. She got me the wrong VHS. That cunt! Yeah. Yeah, I mean, at least when it was like, oh, you know, I'll get you a Nintendo game, and she gets you like an Xbox game because she doesn't know the fucking difference. You know, at least that's like, okay, it's Nintendo and Xbox, like, whatever, they're all video games though, sure. But, yeah, I mean, when you do tell your mom, like, get me blue, what was it? Blue Talks, and she gets you blue stock. I mean, that's a really easy mistake to make, I feel like. They should not have named two things so similarly. $5 from Zen Disaster. Song of the South. Gee, this user really is South African. I mean, I guess. I think he might have just been a guy. I think he might have just been born in Africa, maybe while they were on like vacation or something. I don't know. $2 from JC. Imagine Judge Holden from Blood Meridian as a user. Well, I haven't really read Blood Meridian, but I'll imagine it. $2 from Bogey Fan 101. It's a Binding of Isaac reference. Ah, I see. 8 months member. I don't know what you're referencing now at this point, but I believe you. Okay. Bogey Fan 101, $2. Oh yeah, I read that one. Clam member for 8 months. I think this video is a great intro to understanding a user and what they are. I can use this user as a base and branch out to others like SSG. Exactly. You know, it's not like he's not the most outlandish user particularly. He's like a pretty standard idea of a user, but that's what makes that video great, is that it gives you that look into the life of a usual user, the standard guy. You know, it was somebody born, you know, in like the mid to late 90s, early 2000s, whatever, and they grow up and they get on YouTube. And I guess any time after that, really. The internet age. I mean, this is the children of the internet, victims of the modern age. You're either Birdie or you're a user. That's your only options. $2 from Psy feeling okay. There's blue spheres, there's red spheres, there's spheres everywhere. You know, there's yellow spheres as well, but they're rarer. 14 months membership from Vector Equinox. Do you think he knows Chuck E. Cheese and Mickey Mouse aren't real? Don't tell him that. He can't conceive of death, Julian. $2 from Zen Disaster. Oh my god, who the hell cares? Yeah, it's just like tons of Barney and Wiggles. That's the whole video. Zen, 17 months. We're only a quarter way through the vid. ... Lord. I know. $5 from Trevon Reed. No message, but thank you. $5 from CWS. Check your children's devices often and make sure they know that you will not be angry at them if they get groomed by an adult online. Horrified face. Yeah, I mean, you know, not related to anything, I'm sure, in that video. You know, I'm sure it's just an urge to mention that. That's fair. $2 from Zen Disaster. 75 IQ between them. Oh, yeah. I mean, you know it and I know it. $5 from Cordelia specifically. Shocked you haven't gone into Darkwing Duck users considering your username. Looking forward to the Brat stream in summer. Do not let me down this time. Well, what the fuck would be a Brat stream? What would I do in that? What does that entail? I don't know what that entails. I mean, I can try. I mean, I'm not starting a stream with that. I mean, unless I find out that I like that album, I guess. Maybe I can check it out. I don't know. And as for Darkwing Duck users, I haven't really seen a lot. I haven't seen that many Darkwing Duck users, so, like, I don't know. I guess I could look for them specifically, but, I mean, if there's any notable Darkwing Duck users, I'm all ears, really. $5 from the Retro Shepherd. Imagine if one of these VHS guys committed a crime, and some poor schmuck detective had to watch every VHS and DVD they burned to check for evidence. I mean, that would basically be... that would be like what I imagine the situation would be if, oh god, what's his fucking name? I referenced Tiffany Cumbo earlier. That guy. Joey Arnold. Oatmeal Joey. If the cops ever get him, they're gonna have to go through all of his fucking home movies to find any evidence of what really happened that day. If you will. Scott Owen has become a member. Welcome. $2 from Disgusting Seal. The bananas are a subtle metaphor for this guy. I still don't know what you mean by that. I mean that he's a dickhead, maybe. $5 from Ili Finway. Thank you. $2 from Just Larm. Carpe Penix. Yeah, that's the way to live. Way of the road, buddy. $5 from Ghost of Myrna. You think his hair got tired of him never getting to the point and committed sewer slide off of his head? Yeah, the hair got unalived, just like Topiachu's brother. I mean, she like, it's unfortunate, it's very sad, the news about that, but the fact that she did, like, apparently describe that to someone in a text as, my brother was unalived in the seat! Horrific stuff. That's the worst part of this whole thing, obviously. $2 from Titania49. Shut up and take my money! If you insist. Sapphic Yuri Himejoshi with $10. Thank you very much. $5 from Miranda. Hey, yo, when's that Seinfeld vid coming? Joking. Have a good evening, Claw. You know what? It's probably still gonna happen. I got sidetracked with other shit. You know, right now it's music. And I've been pretty successful with the music stuff lately. I've been getting a lot done and, you know... proud of myself with all that, I guess. But yeah, you know, it's been putting aside other things that I've been meaning to do, and that's unfortunate. I do have another, I have a video I am planning on doing about some music-related stuff, which is not, it's, you know, it's like a commentary sort of thing. It's me talking and offering opinions about stuff, but it's sort of a controversy in the music sphere. So it's something I might be working on that. I don't know. Perhaps I'll get sidetracked off of that one too, but I'd prefer not to. I'm kind of interested in doing that one. It's a little bit investigative. I'm gonna be looking into some things. So, you know, Black Brains might be gone, but Prog Brains is here to stay. God damn it. $10 from Richie086. Hey, Deadwing, please check out my username generator. I made it for you. I saw that, actually. I will I will check it out next time. Ping me with it on the server, or if someone else remembers the URL or whatever, ping me with it, and I will I'll bookmark it, because I did see that and it was pretty funny. And I would have thought that I would have mentioned it by now. I'm sorry that I didn't. It was very, very funny. Thank you for making that. So yeah, just hit me up if you're on the Discord. I think you are, because I think I saw it on there. If you're on the Discord, you know, send me a ping with it, and I'll bookmark it for next time, and we'll get into that. In fact, even tomorrow night before we start the D&D, I can show it off a little bit. $5 from Donnie Lurch. Found a user, Dylan Moore. My response to Magic Mush is the story of Chris Boras. Die-hard IG fan claps back at Mush for insulting the copycat king. Oh, that sounds fun. I hope he's here for that one. Delanus Moore. Dylan Moore. What do we got here? There's like a Dylan Moore is like a... Dylan Moore is like a baseball player. Let me look up channel. 18 musician looking for opportunities. Not that guy. 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 Not this guy. Not this guy. And not this guy. Not this guy. Yeah, I don't know, Dylan Moore is not really there's like a fucking 1,000 Dylan Moores, dude. That's a really, well, okay, you did say the name of the video, though. You did say the name of the video, though, so hang on. Magic Mush. That's my bad. I was just trying to find Dylan Moore. Yeah, okay, that's good. I found it. Think before you upload, Mush. That's the description on this one. Alright, well, I'll save that one. That sounds good. Die-hard IG fan. That's amazing. I didn't even know those existed. That's sickening stuff. $10 from Master Beef. Shellbow99 is the Pokemon stalker. He has a YouTube, Twitter, and a Twitch. All of it is gold. Hopefully people are archiving that shit. I think it would be probably a good idea to do so. That sounds like the type of thing. I just have a weird sense that feels like the type of thing that might get taken down either by him or by someone else. By YouTube, whatever. So hopefully people are archiving that shit. I will try to get to that soon. It sounds pretty fun. I'll look it up right now here. So what is it? Stelmo? Shellbow99. All about tech. Oh wow, he looks like... Okay, no. There was one thumbnail where he kind of looked like Giancarlo Esposito. Now he just looks... he just looks like kind of a shabby black guy. He's kind of got like a hobo beard. I don't think he's a hobo. He seems to be in a house, but yeah, he thinks he's with Pokemon. How about that? All right, well, I'm saving this one. Hopefully people are saving, are archiving that. $5 from, $10 from Richie086. Stream suggestion, Mr. Piss Air. Is that a person? Mr. Piss Air. Mr. Piss Air? Oh, it's a TikTok thing, right. I think I might have heard about that. Yeah, I don't know, I guess I could look into it, maybe. Maybe take a look at it. Yeah, I'm not familiar. I guess he's got some bad-looking food and stuff. I don't know. Well, that'll be it for the stream. Thank you, everybody. I hope you enjoyed. We will be back tomorrow with some D&D shenanigans. I'm going to be playing a shit-eating Russian furry. Fantasy Russian, you understand. It's gonna be great. We're gonna be going on our quest to defeat Dragon Lord Frodo. I'm very excited. It's gonna probably be very autistic, so, you know, that's gonna be great. We're all going to be role-playing. You have to bear with us as we role-play. We're going to do that. We're going to get into character, people. And, yeah, you can probably expect another stream pretty soon as well. I got a lot of stuff to get to, and yeah, I've got limited things to tie me down this week, so So yeah, it's gonna be wonderful, everybody. We're gonna have the stream. We're gonna have the stream month of your dreams. It's been a little while, but we're back. Crazy People TV returns, and it's gonna be better than ever. That's just the way she goes, buddy. That's just the way she goes. Way the road. Take it easy, folks. Penis. For now, we're going to get back into some bullshit here. $2 from Yes. Thank you for this great segue. Have you watched Ally Jessa's life story video yet? Well, fun thing about that, I haven't. Not yet. But I'm about to. So if you guys know Ally Jessa 2000, he is a user. He is, you know, he's a part of a lesser-known clique of users, including, like, Michael Ruffins and, you know, they talk about Barney and their VHS tapes and stuff. Fully grown man, of course. I think last year, like previous Christmas, Ali Jessa was the one who claimed that his Christmas was ruined. Nay, maybe his entire following subsequent New Year was ruined. Because some guy gave him a middle finger emoji in a, in a YouTube commentary, a community tab post. He reacted to something that Ali Jessa did and gave him a middle finger emoji. I think that's what happened. Or maybe it was like a short where he just held his middle finger up to the screen kind of thing. Either way, it was something incredibly benign like that, and Ali Jessa decided that his whole year was ruined. And I think he's going to end his channel or something because of the haters, because he can't take it anymore because he gets hate like that. So, yeah, we're gonna check out his life story here. It's his 7th anniversary special. Yeah, the story of Ally Jessa 2000.
Hey, who here loves trains?
Yeah, you're right. It was a video with no views where the guy gave Ali Jessa the middle finger. That was the inciting incident, right? A video with no views. Yeah, if this is his life story, that's a pretty consequential event in his life, so perhaps he will wind up bringing this into the middle finger incident toward the end. We're gonna get to learn all about this guy.
My name is Ali Jessa, and I'm 24 years old. I was born on September 15th, 2000, at a Foothills Hospital in Calgary, Alberta, Canada, at 1:30 p.m. Mountain Time in the afternoon. My family came from Africa till they moved to Canada in 1996. I'm a Canadian citizen, and I'm proud to
Wait, Africa? What?
be one. God bless
South Africa or something?
Canada. I was born premature at 1 pound 4 ounces, as I was such a tiny baby on Earth.
Is Ally Jessa black? This is fucking news to me. He was a tiny baby on Earth.
I had to stay in the
No, I guess not.
hospital for 4 months due to how small
This is Ally Jessa if he was black or Chinese. You know, I passed by a sign yesterday on the way home from my concert that said, February is Chinese and African Heritage Month, which is interesting because it's almost the middle of March now, so I guess they haven't really changed that out, but yeah, I guess that's what February would look like if it was black or Chinese.
was and had medical issues till I came home in January 2001. It was a miracle gift from God. My parents realized I could not clearly see, or something was wrong with my eyes. Since my birth, I had low vision, so I had to wear
Chinese then, I see.
glasses.
Just jokes, it's all just jokes.
I'm a
He's clearly blue.
VHS and DVD collector, as I started collecting VHS tapes and DVDs all my life, ever since I was a baby. All the videos I collected were mostly children's shows I loved from my childhood, such as Barney, Blue's Clues, The Wiggles, Little People, kids songs.
Shoutouts, by the way, to Ali Jessa's friend Michael Ruffins, who recently made a poll asking people if he should finally be done with Barney. He is, I think, 30 years old or something. And he made a poll about, like, should I finally be done with Barney, guys? And the answer was yes. So he's going to be done with Barney. He's moving on from Barney. It's about time. So that's a pretty big occasion. Also, I believe Jay Kaiser made a rant about Caillou. So that's huge. That's huge.
Bob the Builder.
He had a whole post about it where he was like, March 3rd, I'm going to release my rant about Caillou. And everybody was fucking battening down the hatches. This guy's dressed in a trans flag.
Thomas and Friends, Kipper, Dora the Explorer, Oswald, Judy and David's Boombox.
A lot of cartoons.
Leroy
Gotcha.
Bear,
I gotcha.
The Toy Castle.
So many.
The Berenstain Bears.
I understand.
The Teletubbies, and a lot more.
A lot more. The Teletubbies.
I even collect and watch Disney movies, family, comedy, musicals, and a lot more. Those videos were released and distributed by Lyric Studios, Hit Entertainment, Nick Jr., PBS Kids, Treehouse, Playhouse Disney, and a lot of other...
My name is Titus Uno, forensic certified public accountant, certified charter global public management accountant. Man, you just list everything, dude. That's good.
Their preschool home
That's
video
good.
companies.
My very first... and the rest!
First VHS tape I ever owned when I was a baby, it was labeled Barney on a recorded VHS, but my very first VHS tape was Barney live in New York City.
I love that this is his life story. We spent like 30 seconds on, I was born and I couldn't see very well, and anyway, VHS tapes!
Hey, who here loves trains?
A Barney video where Barney, Baby Bop, BJ, and all their friends perform on stage, live at the Radio City Music Hall in New York City. I have some recorded VHS tapes that my family would tape them on Treehouse, PBS Kids, Nick Jr., and all those nostalgia kids channels I grew up with. Treehouse TV was the channel I would watch every single day with all the shows they air. At 7 o'clock in the morning...
My entire life is media and cartoons, and nothing in my life matters as much as Treehouse.
Blue's Clues would come on Treehouse, and I watch it and play Blue's Clues before going to kindergarten. My dad would take me to Toys R Us on Fridays, and my mom would also take me to Walmart so I can get my hands on the videos I wanted. Back in my early days of collecting VHS and DVDs, we used to go
Man, I miss what Walmart used to look like. That's a nostalgic-ass Walmart right there. That's a Canadian Walmart right there with the Bell telephone booth in front. Man, this was before they were all super centers. Man, this is when you could still go to a Zellers. Man!
Back in my early days of collecting VHS and DVDs, we used to go to a video corner store.
Yeah, you went to Toys R Us every week.
And we would buy a bunch of Barney VHS and DVDs and, of course, Blue's Clues and all those videos.
No, it wasn't a Zellers food court. It was the Zellers 50s diner that they all had for some reason. It wasn't like a food court. It was like a fucking just Zellers restaurant that was just in the store. You don't get that anymore. Now that everything's all Chinese, you know.
That I loved.
No offense.
From my childhood. There also used to be Blockbuster and Hollywood Video, those two video stores before they ran out of business, and I would go get DVDs.
I sleep in a big bed with my wife. That's the greatest response to this whole video. He's just like, I used to go to Toys R Us and Walmart. I sleep in a big bed with my wife.
Videos there. Whenever you see a preview on a certain video or DVD you don't have and you say you want to add this to your collection, that's exactly what happened to me before. Saying that I want this, I want that. And that's when I got...
I want this VHS tape,
Or this VHS tape. Or this VHS tape. Or this VHS tape.
my hands on, wanting more and more videos to collect. There was one time I saw a preview of a Blue's Clues video, Blue Talks, from one of my Blue's Clues and Dora the Explorer videos in my collection.
or this VHS tape.
I told my mom I wanted this Blue's Clues VHS and DVD. So she went to Walmart. However,
I like this, like, synthy kids music that's playing. I assume this must be from, like, some, like, kids VHS tape thing, Barney or whatever. Whatever it is, it's pretty nice. It kind of sounds like Sonic music a little, like Sonic CD. Like, listen to this part.
VHS and DVD.
Yeah, that was so stanky. I like that.
So
Very
she went
90s.
to Walmart. However, she got me blue stock. Yeah. She
got him blue stock instead of blues talk. You can see how that she'd make that mistake. I don't know.
got me the blue stock VHS. My mom got mixed up that I wanted Blue Talks, not Blue Stock, because the title of the video sounded similar to each other. Mommy, I said Blue Talks, not Blue Stock. So
Mommy.
I showed the preview to my mom again, and finally, I got the Blue Talks video. Yay!
Yay, that's so hilarious and funny, dude. So wait, hang on. So you got this video, huh? And it came and it looked like this, and it was on this disc, huh? That's how you got it, huh? I see. I wonder how many things he has that he thinks are like the real DVDs, but it was really just his mom. Like, oh God, he wants another one. Richard, how much do you think it costs to get a DVD burner? Oh, I don't know, Alice. Maybe about $50. Okay, that'll probably save us money in the long run. How much is a spool of DVDs? I don't know, Alice. And then we just wind up with this situation.
She finally found the tape and DVD I wanted. So yeah. I'm the happiest kid alive, collecting videos and DVDs as my big hobby. I collect them by going to thrift stores, Goodwill, flea markets, Valley Village, or buy them off Amazon and other various places where they sell tapes and DVDs. At the end and at the beginning of 2012-2013, I started to make my own VHS tapes and DVDs for the first time, and I still make them today. I use my family's video camera, the one we use for our home movies, to record and make my own VHS tapes, but nowadays I use a Roku to record some YouTube videos onto VHS.
Roku? You could do that? I'm not familiar with the functionality of Roku, but I guess I didn't know that was a thing that you could be compatible with, like, recording fucking home videos or something? Okay. Well, I'm glad he has a big collection of pirated movies and shit. That's pretty based. I mean, you love seeing the fucking binder. It's not my binder, but it looks similar to the binder I have of, like, PS2 and Dreamcast games. Yeah. You gotta get the Sharpie. I never need a Sharpie for any fucking reason. Until I'm burning discs again. That's the way she goes, buddy. That's the way she goes.
But nowadays I use a Roku to record some YouTube videos onto VHS. And I would use my computer to burn DVDs as I download the videos, put them all together, and make the DVDs. I made some Barney DVDs.
I feel like pirated Barney DVDs needs to be like a Cards Against Humanity white card or something.
As well as other DVDs I made with my own home video company.
Song of the South? Isn't that the racist one? What does he mean 2013? Did he make... I guess he's talking about making his own movies? Are those on YouTube? I assume those are on YouTube. Those are probably just... I'm assuming it's like plush shit or something?
Ali Jessa home video. Out of all the VHS tapes and DVDs I have in my collection, my favorite VHS is Barney's Big Surprise, because it's my all-time favorite Barney video. And my favorite
So wait, so he record... What? Okay.
DVD
Okay, I'm trying
is
to figure
Blue's
this
Clues
out.
Blues Big Musical Movie. My favorite Blue's Clues video of all time. And I love those videos so much. I had over 100 VHS and DVDs as a kid. Now I have more than 1,000 VHS tapes and DVDs. And I will continue collecting VHS tapes and DVDs for the rest of my life.
Hell yeah,
I also
brother.
like to collect and play with stuffed animals and toys as well.
Oh god, oh god.
Who loves trains?
Why does this bear have an Acura shirt?
As well as reading books too.
Oh yeah, he's he's a well-read, very hyper-literate, you know? He's like a hyper-polyglot type of person. Like, he can speak 17 different kinds of kids' books at once. He's got the caterpillar, he's got the cat, he's got the fish, everything. Mouse, all the animals are covered. Dinosaurs are up here, obviously. There's a dog. There's some kind of monkey fish frog.
I watched my VHS tapes and DVDs with Barney and Blue and my other stuffed animals, and we had a great time. My favorite stuffed animal is my teddy bear I had since I was a baby, and he's my favorite. And my favorite book...
Yeah, I really hope that he just has a copy of Blood Meridian somewhere, or, you know, something like that. You know, he's just got, like... He's got, like, The Dark Tower. The full series in hardcover. It's like, well, yeah, I also like Wheel of Time, obviously. I mostly read kids' books, but of course I'm also a big fan of... The Wheel of Time, yeah.
Is if
obviously.
you give a mouse a cookie. I got into that book while watching a Blues Room episode Snack
Infinite
Time
Jest.
and it was one of the best children's books of all time. I also like to draw
I feel like a user would look at these pictures, guys. Look at these pictures. I feel like a user would get a lot out of Infinite Jest that an average person wouldn't, though. Like, I feel like they would probably enjoy it. For some reason. They would see something in it that we just don't. That's just my theory. I can't believe this fucker's woke. Look at this shit. Look at this gay shit. Why is he so woke?
Make art. I made some drawings of my favorite shows and even myself digitally.
Wow.
When I was
Good
4
stuff.
years old, I was diagnosed with autism when I was in junior and senior kindergarten. I had speech delay and fine motor skills when I repeat words and copy what my parents say, as well as talking at the television when watching my VHS tapes and DVDs, as the television says something and I say it back. It feels magical when I start talking from the TV with my voice as a kid. I also like to act out previews and clips and characters from my favorite shows as a kid. Especially the Wiggles music video previews you see at the beginning on Barney videos.
I mean, like... You know, I don't mean... I know it sounds stupid for me to say this, but, like, I don't mean to be rude, you know? But it is just kind of like, what's the fucking point of doing a video like this? I mean, like, this is kind of just the life story of every fucking user. I guess it's interesting to the extent that we can see how they view their own lives and how they would talk about their own lives. And it is so broadly applicable to the types of people that we look at. But there's just, like, nothing unique to him here, because Ali Jessa's just not really the most unique of users, frankly. I mean, he's got some funny traits, but, like, nothing that other users don't also have. You know, so I guess it's good, then. Because if it was somebody like Sonic Sega Gamer doing this sort of thing, it would probably be more, you know, interesting generally, because we care more about SSG, but, like, this is more applicable to the average user that we would come across and how what their whole life is. But I feel like the other problem is that you can also kind of guess that this is what their whole life is. Is like, yeah, you watched a bunch of fucking media, and now your whole life is media, and just like baby shows, and you never grew up, and your parents never, I guess, made any attempt to have you grow up or stop engaging with baby shit constantly. So now you're just like this forever. You know, and it's a sad story, it's depressing. But, like, yeah, I mean, we could kind of assume that that's the case with all of these sorts of people.
And when the announcers say, "Get ready to wiggle," I say it back as well. I love to sing songs. I started singing songs when I was a toddler as I was watching Barney and other children's videos, even on my home movie.
This is some real-life footage captured of him as a baby watching TV, guys. I wonder why he views himself as blue. I mean, I guess he's like, he wants to be like a cartoon character or something. But, you know, we obviously see the footage of him where it's just like a little kid picture, and he's obviously not blue, so I don't know, I guess it's like Andrew Dobson pretending to be a bear. Speaking of, unfortunately, that was not really him coming back, I don't think. There was a rumor that Andrew Dobson, famed cartoonist who hates the Chuds and loves Metroid Other M, was coming back. Yeah, I think that seemed to be pretty fake from what I saw. I don't know. Hopefully he does. It would be really nice if he did. I mean, we could all use Andrew Dobson in our life. Yeah, and the inflation and lesbians, yeah. So now we're just watching a full fucking episode of this like kids show. Cool. And then he got a guitar.
I even liked to play my guitar as a kid too.
Quality content.
When I was 6 years old, my dad trained me to sing a song that he and I were totally obsessed. And I would sing, "Dream on, dream on, dream on till your dreams come true." By Aerosmith at my Renfrew school.
Yeah, I mean, that's a good one, you know, it sounds like a nice memory with him and his dad. I wouldn't, you know, hey, I wouldn't have expected this guy to be, like, musically inclined. You don't see that from terribly many users. There was that one guy who had, like, 100,000 subs or something, and he was a pretty competent keyboard player, and, like, and he would sing along with songs and stuff. Clearly also a user, you know, but he was really, like, doing his best on the piano. He was trying. And that was pretty impressive. And he had some merch too. I remember that. I forget the guy's name, but I remember some of the things about him. But you don't often see you get like Sonic Sega Gamer trying to sing along to the fucking Spiral Mountain theme as a birthday song or whatever. You know, but in terms of like people playing an instrument or something, that's pretty good. I mean, props to Ali Jessa.
School talent show in 2007. And everyone loved it and applauded me, including the teachers, kids, staffs, and my family. I even sang other songs on stage too in 2008 and 2009, such as ABC Rock.
Oh, does he play the cardboard guitar? Is that what he's playing here? God, this is so uncomfortable, you know, having to watch, like, footage of this guy as a little kid. It's so bizarre, because he's still basically like a little kid. I mean, like, and that's the thing, I feel like a person like this is not shackled to being, like, you hear the term developmentally disabled. That doesn't mean they can't develop. It just means they need, like, I don't know, some kind of assistance with that sort of thing. I mean, like, everybody's different, so for some people maybe, but I don't know, the parents, obviously it's that classic case of them just letting the kid fucking wallow in his, like, interests, his hyperfixations, and never trying to have him, like, evolve them at all, or find anything new. And now he's, like, 30 years old, and he's still into fucking Barney and shit. You know, like, I mean, I say this all the time, but it's a sad case, because it feels like it's avoidable. Like, this guy didn't need to be like this. But it's like a parenting failure, and I can't even blame the parents, because how the fuck do you know how to raise a kid? You think you're doing your best. He probably is really resistant to doing new things or whatever. He's autistic. Like, he's probably good with his routine and all of that, right? But, like, yeah, you kind of gotta push him out of Barney every day, you know, at a certain point. I don't know, you might not be happy with it, but you gotta try. You gotta try.
Hey, Sergeant!
and Time by Pink Floyd.
That too? Wow.
That's what I want to be.
Can we get footage of that?
I want to be a singer when I grow up and become a star. I like to go to many different places and events. As I went on a day out with Thomas, Barney live show at a Sunridge Mall, as well as going on a Bob the Builder kiddie ride with Bob, Scoop, and Pilchard. I reunite with them in spring 2020.
Jesus of Christ, look at this picture. God, oh God, oh God. Just the time difference there. How time flies. How time changes a man. Jesus Christ. Oh God.
23 brings back such great memories. I also got to see a Judy and David concert back in 2018, and that was so much fun. On my 24th birthday, I get to go to Chuck E. Cheese's, and it was a blast. There was a Barney tractor ride, and I met Chucky himself.
Alright, I'll be right back, guys. You enjoy this image for a minute. I'm gonna go grab a drink. I'll be right back. Just enjoy this image and, what's a good, you know, the classic. Okay. I mean, that's what you need in your life.
I also went to a hockey game when I was a kid.
Chunky Cheese?
Was Calgary Flames. And I had a great time.
The Calgary Flame? Oh, you fucker!
Hockey is my favorite sport, although I don't play
I bet it is when your fucking team is the Calgary Flames, you fucker!
sports. Hockey is the only sport I play. I also went to other places for field trips.
Imagine being a fan of any other Canadian team. I guess, I don't know, like, I think Edmonton's also fine. But just like the Canucks, they always get so close to greatness, or at least they used to, and then they just fucked it up every time. And then the Leafs, their funny thing is that they've never even been anywhere close to greatness in like 100 fucking years or something. So that's pretty funny.
Like the aquarium, the farm, the zoo, fire station, and a lot of other great places I've been to and had so much fun. I also went to Disneyland in 2009, and it was one of the greatest moments of my entire life. I have an autograph book that was signed by some Disney characters, like Mickey Mouse, Minnie Mouse, Snow White.
Wow, the real Disney characters signed this. That's
Tinkerbell, you name it. In 2022, my family and I went to...
Jesus, God. Oh boy, what is he? Okay, so he's got a mask under his chin. It kind of looked like his shirt was like just on the front. Like I was seeing this as like his back and neck are totally exposed, but he's just got like a front turtleneck basically. But that's not what's happening.
Mexico on vacation, and it was a lot of fun. Hola, amigos. In 2009,
yeah, it's
I
Ethan
first
Klein.
discovered a website.
This is
where
Ethan Klein's life story.
You can broadcast yourself. That's right, YouTube. I first discovered YouTube when I was 8 years old in 2009, as I was still in Renfrew school having fun. I discovered as I watched a lot of people who upload videos and share them to the whole world. That's what YouTube is all about, uploading videos and share them to the whole world.
Yeah, I understand the concept. I'm on YouTube, dude.
I watched some YouTubers uploading Barney videos.
Of course you did.
One of them was Batty Barney Nights.
How do you... Oh my god, channels for you, Ashens. God damn it. Don't watch Ashens, no!
5, who got me inspired.
You're totally gonna become one of those fucking people who shows up at his, like, live things and just asks some autistic, stupid fucking question. he's just like, he's doing like a thing about like bad video game covers, and then it's like, all right, asking people in the audience now, and fucking you know, we don't need that. We don't need that. But yeah, like I just can't imagine being fucking surrounded your whole life by just Barney and that shit. Like, you don't. It must be bliss. It must be like ignorant bliss. Like, we talk about how it's gotta be like hard being in that brain, in that mind, in that body, where you're like, there's some part of him certainly that wants to grow out of that. And probably like a deep level of like discomfort with the fact that that's what he's doing every day is Barney shit and like the Wiggles and just stuff about that, like watching that shit, making videos about that shit, and never growing past it. And he's like 30 or something now. Or no, I guess he's like, what is he, 25 now. I guess, yeah, 2000. He's 25 now. Ish, 24 maybe. He's a grown man. And he's spent his whole life doing this. But you have to imagine a bigger part of him is just fucking, it's a simple fucking experience. You go through your life, you got like 3 interests. And yeah, that's your life. You're like a fish. You're like orangey, you know? It's great.
And wanting to do my own Barney videos on YouTube, the YouTuber who showcased his Barney video collections, capturing Barney VHS tapes on YouTube, and everything else. As well as some YouTubers like SDJ Kirk and Martin S5 1989, and other YouTubers who showcase their VHS and DVD collections. And I decided I wanted to show my VHS and DVD collection to the...
So hang on. So these people are responsible.
As well as some YouTubers like SDJ Kirk.
SDJ Kirk. I've never fucking heard of this person. And I wouldn't probably watch this person's stuff because it seems to just be... Now hang on, wait, this looks like a little kid. There's like little kid fingers. That looks like a little kid. Are we sure that's not a little kid? That he's... Okay, well, I mean, I guess he was also a little kid at the time, so it's probably fine, but... Okay, yeah, everyone... So it really... I guess it, yeah... YouTube just facilitated people to do this thing where they just show off their collections of shit. And, I mean, I guess people do that, you know... There's just something about the format of these ones where it's always like baby movies on DVD... and they never talk, and they just, like, open the case and show the inside of the case and flip the case over, and it's always, it's like machine-operated, like, DVD collection video. I don't know if they're all like that. Maybe these channels are different, but they sure look the same. They sure look the same. I mean, this one might be something. I don't know.
1989, and other YouTubers
this guy still uploads
who showcase their VHS and DVD collections. And I decided I wanted to show my VHS and DVD collection to the whole world as well.
We're learning so much about the birth of the users.
I also watch people uploading previews from their VHS tapes, and I decided to show VHS openings and closings as well. And that's what got me inspired and wanting to show the whole world my kind of entertainment.
My kind.
I got my first camera in 2011, and I would make my own videos and take pictures of my VHS and DVDs and other stuff before I had my own YouTube channel until then. On April 14th, 2012, I became a YouTuber for the very first time. The legendary YouTuber that started it all.
The legendary YouTube. Okay, well, you didn't start at all, did you? Because you just said about the other channels that inspired you to do this. That inspired you to make more or less the same kind of content. But
That's me.
That's him.
I created my first YouTube account, Ally Jessa 2000. Ally Jessa is my name, and 2000 was the year I was born, which explains why I'm called Ally Jessa 2000.
Right, yeah.
My very first video I ever uploaded on YouTube was the opening previews to Barney's Alphabet Zoo.
This is entire... Oh my god, this is the whole fucking video. Yeah, I mean, we're getting into some new stuff there, I guess. We gotta see this picture of him.
That's when I decided to move to a new channel, and it got better than ever. On this day, November 7th, 2017, I made a new YouTube channel when I was 17 years old. As I
Nice Metallica shirt, dude. He's a fan of Metallica and Barney. That's so great. I love it. I love it.
I'm on top of the world, that I'm here today, Ali Jessa 2000. The same username as my first YouTube channel in 2012.
So, why did you need a second YouTube channel?
My channel almost reached 10,000 subscribers, as I'm a famous YouTuber, and I've made 2,500 videos, which is quite a lot. My very first video I ever uploaded on this channel was my VHS collection. I recorded that video on my old camera before I got a new iPhone for Christmas in 2018. I also used to have an Acer tablet.
This was his background. Man, this is really quite something.
Where I would record videos back in 2016.
This is him as a 16-year-old talking about this now. Like, that was his tablet at 16. Had him as a little baby, and a spelling baby game on it.
I began doing my VHS and DVD collection videos, and doing VHS openings and closings of tapes I have in my collection. My first VHS opening video I ever made was the opening previews to Wishbone Terrified Terrier, 1996 VHS. After that, I made some more VHS openings. And whenever I get a new VHS tape or DVD, I would show them in an update video. As I continue collecting VHS tapes and DVDs,
oh my god.
The music video I made, which is Good Morning to You by Greg and Steve, one of my favorite songs I loved since kindergarten.
Oh my god, of course.
And that was my first time seeing myself making my own music video in animation. When I
now we're getting into, it seems like it's the same thing. It seems like it's a never-ending cycle of VHS tapes and kids shows, but now he's at least making something, you know? He talked about being musical before. He likes Metallica, so I'm sure he could do a better job than them, you know?
To make my own movies, I was inspired by Michael Ruffins' movie, The Psalm Club Celebration, which was a video that Mike, Rainbow Paul, George Freeman, and Cardigan the Lamp were going to the big celebration party, but the bus broke down, and they had to call a mechanic to fix it, which is the same storyline as the Wiggles video Toot Toot. In that video Mike made, he included some songs from his favorite shows when he was a kid, such as Barney,
I crave death. I yearn for death. Holy fuck.
Stuff like that. And a big thanks to Michael Ruffins, who helped me out with the Allie's
Yo,
Playhouse
my boy
movie,
Michael.
as well as other movies I made in the past and some that we did together. On that same month of June 2020, weeks later after I debuted at Allie's Playhouse, I graduated high school, and it was the greatest moments of my
As a 20-year-old, all right.
entire life.
You know, I mean, that'll happen sometimes. That's good. Good job. You know.
Same goes with when I graduated Renfrew School in 2012. As Allie's Playhouse got so popular, I made more Allie's Playhouse movies. On the second Allie's Playhouse movie, we told another new story on Allie's Playhouse, Goldilocks and the Three Bears. Mike and Kirsten voices Papa Bear, Mama Bear, and Goldilocks, and I voiced Baby Bear in the story.
Of course you do, buddy.
And I did more Allie's Playhouse, including the Christmas special that I did, singing some Christmas songs with my Playhouse pals.
So 10-to-1 odds, they got a dirty Allie's Playhouse Discord where they do role plays. I'm just spitballing here. Maybe I've been brain poisoned after Captain Alex and all that stuff, but
Until I ended Allie's Playhouse in January 2nd, 2022, as I ended off with Good Morning to You, the best of Allie's Playhouse. And that was so
Allie's
emotional.
Trap House.
The reason why I ended Allie's Playhouse is because of the new year, 2022, and I want to do something different for a change and make another new video series. I made other movies.
The other users are Michael Ruffins and someone named like Kirsten or something. I think we looked at her channel before. I vaguely remember these people, but you know, they're all part of a similar clique, and they make cartoons or whatever that have this great art style. and everything is extremely colorful all the time.
I'm gonna do something different for a change and make another new video series. I made other movies besides Ally's Playhouse. I did an Ally's Playhouse pilot, Ally and Friends, which involves me, Zebby the Zebra, Lisa the Ladybug, and Teddy Bear singing
Zebby the Zebra. They didn't even give Teddy Bear a name. He's just Teddy Bear. That's pretty generic, I don't know.
Dancing to Barney and the Wiggles, which is the same development as Ally's Playhouse.
Oh my god, oh my god, Mom, no, please speak into the cards, no! More Barney, more, look at this fucking shit.
Our Adventure House, Howdy Partners, Mike and Ally's Super Spectacular Circus, The Wizard of Adventure, and a lot more.
A lot more.
And Billy.
And this movie. And this movie. And this movie. And this movie.
Billy Boy, Buddy, George, Rainbow Paul, Hannah, Kirsten, Taiwan, Barney and Blue, and all of our friends were a part of Mike and Ally. And we're so grateful to make this show for everyone.
Oh, I'm sure you are, bro. I'm sure you are. Where's the middle finger? I need to see the middle finger. Who are all, well, no, but who are all these fucking users? Messages from the fans.
Allie, my 7th anniversary to your channel, Ali Jessa. You know, Allie, my favorite video from your YouTube channel is Mike and Allie's Top 20 Countdown, which is so awesome. So this is why you and Mike did great on your shows together. That's all I say.
Man.
So yeah.
Wait, what was this scum room? What is going on here? This, like, slab of concrete with, like, just a bunch of shit all over it. There's, like, is that, like, a Wii steering wheel? Or like, a smoke detector? I don't know what that is. A tiny mini fake birthday cake? Some kind of sculpture of, like, a drumstick? Or maybe it's a mortar and pestle? What the fuck's going on?
That one hit the spot.
That's his life, yeah.
Hey Allie, it's Hannah. I just wanted to tell you happy 7th anniversary of your Ally Jessa 2000.
Great job, Ally Jessa 2000. You really did it. Hey Jordan.
Yeah, I loved singing and dancing along to those. Those were great.
Guys, look, it's Black Brains.
And I want to say you are a great friend. And I want to thank you for being such a great friend to me. And I am proud to be your friend. You always have been a good friend. And you always will be.
You got a friend in me, pal.
And everybody, make sure that Allie has a happy 7th anniversary.
Happy days.
See you later.
These days are
Bye.
Oh my god, here's another sex offender. And this sex offender. And this sex offender.
Years on your YouTube channel, buddy. We've known each other for quite a while now, and you're a great guy, a very talented person. I'm glad we're still friends after all. I enjoy watching your videos. And yeah, happy 7 years, and cheers to many more years to come on your YouTube channel. Keep up the good work. God bless, buddy.
Oh yeah, here's Kirsten.
Hello.
She doesn't have anything to say.
Hold on, we don't do it like that though. We do it like this.
Hey, yo, Ali!
It's your host, Mr. Rosekia here. And I know today.
Man, I didn't know Ally Jessa had so much support from the community. God damn, who's this guy? Here's Michael Ruffins, of course. You gotta have Michael. What's he got to say? Oh, he just did a drawing.
Hey, Alistair, it's Michael Ruffins.
There he is.
I just want...
Guys, that's Michael Ruffins. This is another user. This is a famed user who makes more good, wholesome kids content for your kids to watch. Look at this cool guy.
Say happy 7 years to your Ally Jessa 2000 YouTube.
Guys, this guy finally just gave up Barney. Well, okay, he didn't. He's going to this year, though. He's made a promise now to stop watching Barney this year after he finishes making some more Barney videos, of course, naturally. He's gonna do that.
7 years.
These happy days.
What a milestone. We first became friends on YouTube. We first met.
It's a very unfortunate mustache. It's quite an unfortunate mustache, but you don't, you don't shave his face. He shaves his face, so he's in charge of that, really.
On YouTube in October 2012.
I mean, it's two different mustaches, really. It's a double stash situation.
You discovered my first video, Barney's Closet, and you commented on it saying, nice video. We did become good friends.
Why does he sound like Brian Griffin?
Since. My favorite memory of you.
My man sounds like Seth MacFarlane. What the fuck?
Accidentally dropped your Barney VHS tapes that day. Or that one tape. And that was really hilarious. Another good memory is when we go on adventures together in our show, The Adventures of Mike and Allie. My favorite videos by you is your VHS and DVD collection videos.
That's a good pick, dude. I mean, that's a great pick.
The best. And of course, our show.
He has so many of those, too.
Adventures of Mike and Allie.
So what pride flag is this? Wrong answers only.
Big. And I describe you as a wonderful, intelligent person who cares for the world and the people who love and respect you all the way. You're a great friend, Allie, and there's no other YouTuber out there who's exactly like you.
Barney sexual, mime sexual,
hope to be friends
the user pride flag,
love you, bro, and may peace be with you.
Neurodivergent flag. Fuck off, Randy. Timothy Powell here. Baby Show fan. Are you fucking kidding me? That's what his name is. Timothy Powell, Baby Show fan. Hang on. Hey, that's not a person's name on YouTube. I refuse. I refuse to believe that that's a guy's name on YouTube. No, Timothy Powell. God damn it, Baby Show fan. It's all one word too. Baby Show fan. Oh my god, that's what he. They're not even new. This isn't even like somebody trying to hop on the user bandwagon. This is just actually what his channel is. He calls himself Baby Show fan. Well, I know what we're looking at next.
The anniversary goes well, bud. You're the best YouTuber ever.
Thank you, everyone, for 7 years on YouTube. We're all a wonderful audience. Love you all, and may God watch over you. Yeah, these guys are often religious, too. That's what's interesting. God shows up in these people's videos a weird amount of times. Story time with Baby Show fan. Let's see.
Hello, welcome to Storytime with Baby Show Fan Episode 1.
Oh my god, oh my god.
Today we're going to be reading VeggieTales Paw Grapes Shapes by Phil Vischer. Dear parent, we believe that children are a gift from God and that helping them learn and grow is nothing less than a divine privilege. With that in mind, we hope these vegucational books provide years of rocking chair fun as they teach your kids fundamental concepts about the world God made. Phil Vischer, President, Big Idea Productions. Without further ado, let's begin the story.
I mean, this is borderline just my voice for when I was just doing the voice for Ally Jessa. That's right, guys! That's literally just this guy's voice.
This is Paw Grape.
He loves the outdoors. He loves what God made, all the mountains and shores. He'd like to go visit the stuff he admires, but look, his old car doesn't have any tires.
He talks like Joshua Dufferino a little bit, yeah. A little bit.
This is Pa Grape, and the thing with the screen is his Robo 2000 new tire machine. It's really quite easy, says dear old Pa Grape.
Pa Grape.
To get a new tire, just pick out a shape. But I can't remember.
Okay, cool. I thought this was gonna be you telling me a story, but I guess it's you reading a story book from your baby book. Okay. We got a Dan Sobel birthday message for Timothy Powell. Happy birthday, Timothy Powell, aka baby. Happy birthday, Timothy Powell. Timothy Powell. I didn't even register as the same name at first. aka baby show fan. I hope it's a good one. Yeah, hell yeah, baby show fan. Yeah, Timothy Powell. He still posts. And it's just shit like this, of course it is. He's got some karaoke stuff. What's this? Is he singing?
Need petrol to make us go.
Well,
But we ran out of music. We ran out of music today. Oh, give us back the music. Give us back the beat.
Tell me more. We're off to see the Tiddly Peeps opera karaoke.
We're off to see the Tiddly Peeps, on the road we go. We're off to see the Tiddly Peeps, they're smart and fun. They know. The Tiddly Peeps, the Tiddly Peeps.
I mean, you're not even... Are you singing along with this? Or is this just the horrible fucking sound of the actual thing?
We're off to see the Tiddly Peeps.
I think he is, or someone is. Okay, so it's just a bunch of stupid shit. Is it he, him? Is he on camera at any point? Does he ever show up on camera? Come on, guy. Come on, guys! Oh, I want to see this dude on camera. I want to know what he's all about. Come on, I don't need to see Blue's Clues. There's just millions of clips of Blue's Clues. This is by far not the only channel I've seen that's like this. I mean, I had a whole video about Blue Clubers last year. And the channels were exactly like this. Just a fucking bazillion clips of the fucking Blue's Clues. Oh my god, and it's like dumbass memes. God, it's endless. It's fucking endless. Who is this? Who the fuck is this? Episode of Pick Me? Yes. It's just a cartoon. It's just a cartoon. Okay. Okay. Well, that's Michael. That's Timothy Powell. Let's take a look now at Michael Ruffins, because I know that's the Baby Show fan, but let's look at the Baby Show creator, because Michael Ruffins, of course, makes his series with Ali Jessa. So there's some good stuff. There's good stuff. Let me see here. Well, he hasn't had a lot of stuff lately. He's been posting things pretty infrequently, but there are some things we haven't seen. He's got Return to the Purple Mountain, which, I mean, like, the thing is, it's probably just gonna be some stupid Baby Show shit, so, like, I'm not Baby Show fan. I'm, like, the furthest thing from Baby Show fan. But, you know, you got all the best
Wonderful
people
to be
in this
back in the forest. Yeah, it is. Who's that? Oh, my friends.
Thing's not not great. Why are you in a Windows logo?
It can help us pack a happy load. The colorful car.
So what's the physiology of the thing that's like a circle and the block creature? Like, what are they? Are they like people? Are they like golems brought to life with magic? What are these things? Do they count more as like the animals, like the dog and the pig? That's Meatwad. Okay, yeah, you're right. That's right. Yeah. So that's Michael Ruffins. You know, he's got obviously some really good stuff. Look at these thumbnails. I mean, this is some high-quality stuff. You can see we've watched some of these. At least one of them we've seen Michael Ruffins. That was, of course, once again, the guy with the reverse Hitler pedo mustache. Yeah, here's his Valentine stream with Ali Jessa. Oh, man. Oh, this is content on par with Loudy Equals and Funny.
I think my favorite Sesame Street character
Rules,
is...
no drama, no yelling and screaming, no arguing, no spamming, no tantrums. Nothing to say no racism. Or, like, any of that stuff, you know, so, like, you know, usually you see that, but...
I think my favorite Sesame Street character is Big Bird. I love Big Bird.
I love this 20-something-year-old man talking about how he loves Big Bird on a Valentine's Day live stream in the deepest voice you've literally ever heard.
Oh yeah, Big Bird.
Oh yeah, Big Bird. I know my boy Big Bird.
Big Bird too. He's taller than I am.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I know that you and Big Bird were in together along with Bear in the We Are Family, a musical message for all, and back in 2005, Barn.
2001 actually, but
2000.
2001. And
is he like playing Barney? I think my Ali Jessa just called him Barney.
2005. Yeah, you're right.
Well, I said 2005 because I thought that's when the music video came out or something. I don't know if I'm right on that or not. I thought 2001 was when you guys invented that music video after that 9/11 happened, which is sad.
Well, it was during the 2000s anyway, right?
Oh yeah.
Barney RP. Yeah.
Let's see. Oh yeah, and Barney and Big Bird also they reunited again.
Did they mention 9/11?
Well, it was during the 2000s anyway, right?
Oh yeah.
But
well, I must have missed it. It's fine.
Oh yes, and 5 for the PBS Kids Sprout launch party. That's right. I remember that.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, so they're like role-playing as Barney or something. Now they're looking at their VHSs.
Anytime I want.
If there's a clue, I will find it. Or you'll find it, then I'll draw it.
There you go.
Blue, this is great. Now Joe can play Blue's Clues with us whenever he wants.
Really? I love playing Blue's Clues. Hey, thank you so much for all your help today. I wouldn't have...
This is genuinely one of the most awkward things I've ever seen, if you consider the fact that it is a Valentine's Day live stream. And I don't use this word often, but these two absolute fucking losers. Good God. Good God. You couldn't even get one of the girl users on for this one. Holy shit. Maybe they're just gay for each other. I guess that's a possibility. Maybe this is their version of foreplay.
Your help. I can't wait to play with you again.
Yeah, no, they're definitely gay for each other.
Yeah. Oh, Tristan, the kid show span 300. I almost said 2,000, but
Tristan, the kids show fan 300. What the fuck? Oh, I bet Tristan was secretly in on loud equals and funny right from the beginning. God damn it.
Josh notebook sticker. I don't have the sticker for the. I don't have a sticker for Josh's notebook, but I do have something that came with the notebook. These guys here. Yeah, the stickers right there.
Jesus God.
Years a little while ago.
That's right, I did.
So that's
Yeah, this Michael Ruffins guy, I don't know. Ali Jessa is like inherently also kind of like a weirdo just because of he's a grown adult who's super into fucking Barney and all this shit. Yeah, if you're pretending that doesn't seem a little fucking strange, I think you're kidding yourself. But like, this guy is also incredibly fucking strange. And I think he's stranger. I mean, he's the way that he keeps going like it's like uncomfortable. I don't know. It feels like he's up to something. It feels like he's a shifty fucker who's up to something. And I don't like it.
that. Next we have Barney's Big Surprise, your favorite Barney?
Yes! Oh boy!
Barney's Big Surprise, 1998 VHS on homemade DVD.
Oh boy, my favorite Barney video of all time. You all know
boy!
Yeah. And the case is yellow, which is in tribute to you now.
Oh man, dude, thanks. That's so sweet.
And you can see on the bottom of the disc I put.
I wonder if this is like actually Barney. Maybe the secret is that it's not even Barney DVDs. There's actually like government secrets on there or something. I don't know. Or something else. Oh, this is so... It's so much of this, too. Just quiet, nothing hangout zone.
What? Oh, Little Bo Peep has lost her Peep.
Now I'm laughing about it.
It's funny stuff, guys. Funny stuff. Alright. Well, that's Michael and Allie and their lovely Valentine's Day adventure. We're gonna move along.